Son of a bitch.
I think that's it.
No, I can get out of this.
I don't think so. Maybe, if you'd gotten here on time.
Hey, fool, you ready for another beating? You should have never came back.
Oh, hey, guys. Well, maybe that's pushing it a bit, eh?
Huh?
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait for that day. All right. All fun aside, the boys win again. They find a way today, guys. This was not a pleasant game. Let me get my computer because I had the cup up here and it takes up the whole table. So, the boys find a way to win a game they really, I thought, should have lost, really. Like, the way this game was going in the second half of it. But Calgary played their guts out. They came at us hard. They threw everything at us. And the truth is, UPL saved us, I thought, in this game today. Especially, in the very, very end. And the key saves, in overtime and stuff like that. It just was a real good win. Just a good win. We found a way to win a game that we let slip out of our fingers that the Sabres should have had, guys. They should have had that game put away. It should have been 3-4-0 early. You've seen it. It's not always that way in hockey, though, right? Every team can beat every team in the league. And are we better than them? Yeah, I think we are better than them. Did they play good enough to beat us? Yes, they did. Absolutely, yes, they did. Got a lot of veterans on that team. But, hey, look, the boys found a way to win a very, very tough hockey game. Because that's what that was today, guys. It was a real hard-fought win. And I'll tell you what, Alex Tuch, for me, in this game was driving me nuts. When we passed him in the overtime, I was upset even. I was like, don't give it to Tuch today. This guy can't do nothing right today, it felt like, when it comes to scoring. He just seemed like today wasn't happening with Tuch at all. It just wasn't happening. Okay, so we will look at the numbers. And these numbers are brought to you by Rome, the sweet but very, very intense Little Bison. Here we go. Okay, as you can see, the shots. And if you're to ask me, I would say the shots dictate how this game went. 26-19 for Calgary. 60% of the faceoffs went to the Sabres, 40 to Calgary. Sabres, again, on the power play, 1 for 2. Calgary 0 for 3. So special teams won the game today when you think about it. 18 hits for the Sabres, 20 for the Flames. Sabres had 19 blocks, the Flames had 15. 13 giveaways for the Sabres, the Flames had 12. 7 takeaways Buffalo, 3 Calgary. Shots on goal per period. 7-6 Sabres in the first, 6-5 Sabres in the second, and the Flames take it to us in that final period. I thought the last half of the game, guys, it doesn't really say it there by those numbers, but I really believe Calgary the second half of this game took over. 12-4 Calgary in the third, 3-2 Calgary in the overtime, 26-19 total. Scoring. Benson scores again from Bryson and Power at the 1:11 mark of the first period, and the Sabres get the early goal. And then at the 13:37 mark, Tage with another rip, an absolute blast that I thought was going to damage the mesh from Dahlin and Peterka. 2-0 Sabres, and they're riding high. They're looking good. And that would be the scoring for the day right there. You wouldn't have thought it at the time, but that was it right there. I figured we were going to need 4 goals to win the game. I was wrong. We needed 3, and we didn't even get that. Coronado in the second from Uyghur and Coleman at 17:44 makes it 2-1 on a perfect tip-in. We were all hoping for a penalty, right? But it didn't come. Then in the third, Backlund from Huberdeau and Kuzmenko at the 15:42 mark with 4 minutes and 18 seconds left, tied up. And we got lucky still even after that. because they had a power play, as you guys seen, in the overtime. It just was one of those days. I thought it was going to slip out of our hands, guys. I did. I really did. I was like, well, you know, when things go good, though, sometimes you find ways to win games that you maybe didn't deserve to win 100%. We played good enough to win this game. Don't get me wrong. We did play good enough to win this game. But when you consider home ice, this team coming in wasn't too hot. We're up 2-0. And where was the killer instinct? We should have buried them right there. Because we would have made it 3-0, guys. We wouldn't have had to stress out the way we did today. Really. You know, and it's, but hey, look, we're not going to score 6 goals every game, 5 goals every game. We're just not going to do that every night. And I'm just happy we got the W. You guys know how I feel about extra time wins, you know. I was talking to one of somebody had mentioned something about counting it under 500. No, you don't count a 60-minute effort under 500. You've worked hard for 60 minutes to have the game tied. You got 500 that day. The rest of it, to me, is fan entertainment, 3-on-3 overtimes. Guys, I wish they would do away with it and the shootouts. If I had it my way, I'd bring back ties in a heartbeat if I had it my way, but it's never going to happen. So, you know, that's just my thinking. So, look, right now, the Sabres are 7-7-1. They're 500 again. And now the doors have opened to the possibilities of this season again. You know, as we play the Habs in a few days. Panthers won again, guys. My goodness. They won again. And as we roll along here, the Sabres are sitting in 4th right now. Did the Bruins lose their game? Let me check that. They're tied with Ottawa with like 4 minutes left. Oh, that game's over. It went to overtime. Ottawa beat them in overtime. Damn, what I hate, guys, is both teams get points, though. You see? This is why I can't stand these overtimes, because somebody's guaranteed 2 points. You know? And, I mean, normally we would have got 1 point tonight, and both teams would have got 1 point. But thankfully, the Sabres won. But still, drives me nuts. Rangers 4, Detroit nothing. The Habs lost again to Toronto. It's really looking okay for us in Winnipeg won again, eh? What the hell is going on in Winnipeg? What are they now? 14-1. Oh my goodness. They start 8-0. They lose. And they've won 6 in a row since. Like, saying it's the first team in NHL history to do that, I would argue that, but it's probably true. It's probably true. I'd like to know, though, you know, put an asterisk if any of those are in overtime. The Islanders are beating the Devils late. And Carolina's winning again in Colorado after 1 period. It's a strange league, guys. It's a strange league. Calgary came in. It looked like we're going to mop the floor with them after 1 period. I know the shots didn't look crazy or nothing, but it just looked like the Sabres were going to take it to them. It was 2-0. I was hoping it'd be like 4-0 by the end of the second. And, oh no. And no, Calgary, the way that second period looked, put this way, when Calgary tied it late, it's like, I knew it. You seen that coming, right? I think we all did. Come on, you want to say hi? Come here. And there she is, the one and only, folks. The legend, the myth is here. Rosie has entered the building. Is it a good dog? Is it a good dog? Is it a good dog? She's strange, eh? Once in a while she'll want to go do kissies, and the other time she doesn't. You don't want to do kissies? Eh? You don't love me no more? Yeah, so today, yeah, we'll take this, because we've been shafted so many times, guys, in the past. We've been shafted so many times. I mean, even this year with Pittsburgh, come on. We should have won that game. I know Pittsburgh were taking it to us at the end, but we should have, you know. So this kind of makes up for the Pittsburgh game, I think. There you go. Down you go, little girl. You stay there. And right now, So we'll take 7-1, guys. We'll take it. And that's the thing with these 3-on-3s and these shootouts and all these overtimes is they do eventually kind of balance out by the end of the year. It's kind of, it kind of balances itself out if it's a 500 thing. Like, I might do a video this year, guys, where we'll look at the team's record if it would have been just win, losses, and ties, how it would have finished. It's always interesting to look at that too. But my belief when it comes to those overtimes is it's not fake, it's not loser points, it's fake winner points, okay? Fake winner points if you're gonna really be aggressive about it. If you're gonna leave it go and say, look, it's fan entertainment, we're gonna get some night, we're gonna get, we're gonna lose on another night, then so be it, whatever, it's fan entertainment. I'll take the win though today, definitely, because we wanna keep this going. We wanna keep the momentum in that dressing room alive and well as we head into the Habs. So I'm hoping 7-2-1. Okay, I'm gonna split the 7-3 and the 8-2 thing to 7-2-1. And so far we're 1-0 in that 10 games. So we'll keep track of that. Okay, we're gonna look at this as this melts down over the next 10 games, and we'll see how close I come with this one. So I'm hoping 7-2-1. I'll be fair about the whole thing, and I'll put the split in the middle, that we lose an overtime game that maybe we should have won or something like that. So as the boys now get ready for the Habs, the next question is, guys, is Levi in nets? I say no. You keep in UPL. He's got a day to rest. You keep in UPL. He's looked like he's found his game. If it wasn't for UPL, we would have lost this game. We would have lost this game. This is the one game I will say this year that UPL, because the other games we scored 5 and 6, not this game. This game we went dry the last few periods, nothing, no goals. And UPL was doing his job. So I think we should be very grateful to the goaltending today. Okay, so the Habs on the 11th. St. Louis. And poor St. Louis, they're getting killed by everybody, it seems, as of late, right? They got hammered. But hey, they're 500 like us, so we'll just have to see and play this out. But look, we got Montreal, St. Louis, then we're on the road in Philly, who have turned it around and are playing better. Not surprised. Philadelphia probably get their act together this year. And the Kings in Los Angeles and in Anaheim. San Jose, we got the West trip after Philadelphia. But the immediate game is Montreal. Montreal's struggling, folks. They're struggling. And it's a perfect time to get them. Really, it's a perfect time to get them. But at the same time, Montreal have a history of playing us hard and tough. I was at that game, what was it last year when I think it was 6-1 we won the game. The game in Montreal when Sabres were in town, one of those games. I went to that with Abe, and we checked it out, and it was like, it was 4-1, and I was complaining about something. And Abe looks at me, he goes, Wayne, your team's killing them tonight. Would you shut up and let it go? Like, but I was like bitching about something at the time. And, it was a fun night. We had a fun night there that night. But look, boys win. Goaltending was there. Lindy looks like he has his hands all over this team at the moment. Looks good. Tage is having a good season, folks. Peterka looked good out there today. Tuck was concerning. It concerned me, honestly. I just felt he's not going to score no matter what he does today. Don't put it on his stick. That's how I felt in this game. And I think it was Thompson, I think, in overtime that kind of set up Tuck. I'm like, I just knew, like, when he shot, it's not going to go in. And Tuck, you could tell he was frustrated, It's one of those games where it wasn't happening. And you guys that played hockey know this. You're in a game and you just know nothing's going to go in. Nothing. No matter what you do, it's not your day. You try. You're still going to try and block it out of your head, and you're going to attack instinctively. But when the hockey gods say no, it's no. It's the only sport, I tell you, that feels like that, eh? Feels like there's something supernatural going on sometimes in hockey where, you can't seem to get a break. So Tuck will probably break out next game a little, I'm guessing. Happy we got a power play goal. I want to mention that again. Happy we got a power play goal, guys. We got to keep that going because when we score on the power play, the chances of winning are better, as we know. But today was nice to see another power play goal. I think they gave a statistic. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're 28% since we started our first goal on the power play. We're 28% since then. And that's not counting today's 1 for 2. So it's probably about 30% right now. So that's good. Our power play is actually doing something now. And I think Lindy was concerned early in the season about it, guys. You could tell, remember before we went on this this whole tour, early in the tour when we were in Prague, when we did those 2 games against Jersey, Lindy was talking about like special teams. He was focusing on it, so it was obviously on his mind, you know, then. But special teams came through today. Killed 3 power plays. And we're 1 for, especially that one in overtime, guys. That one in overtime. They had like a 1:20 power play. I was like, you got to be kidding me, you know? Really? They're going to, it's like, anyway, I was ready to just accept whatever happened because all I cared about when they made it 2-2, no joke, was getting a point. Not losing in regulation was very important because we got to nab points too. When the opportunity's there. And today would have been terrible if they would have scored in the last minute, let's say, of the game and won 3-2. We'd all be so discouraged right now, right? But even if we would have lost in the overtime, I still would have been happy. I still would have been happy we got a point out of this deal. They didn't beat us in regulation. We got a point. In my head, a tie. You know, we still got a tie out of the deal. So it is a hard thing sometimes to watch hockey, guys. It's very hard. I was stressing, but I was ready to accept the fate of today. I was. Because I looked at this game that we had in the palm of our hand and let it slip away. And our goaltending, will it save us today? And it did. So, my books, UPL's the reason we won today, guys. I'm going to leave it there. I've blabbed way long enough. I'm excited about this game. At the same time, I've got to get this video out to you. I'm late. I was working on the building, of course. Here I am. Let's call it a night. See you guys soon. Boys win. Let's get the Habs next and get a winning record going. See you soon, guys.